Hi YouTube, today is April the 19th and it is 2016, and I'm coming to you with this short video because I made two videos that's going to cover the same stuff that I'm talking about in this video, and for the life of me I can't get those videos to upload. My computer keeps shutting off, and strange and odd things are happening to my computer. So I said, okay, let me just go ahead on and just make another video, because I made that video let's see, about a couple days ago. And in the video, I was talking about, I told you that I live with a family member, and just recently, the same family member took ill. I mean, she was fine the whole day, and then she just took ill and basically ended up in intensive care. She's still in intensive care. She nearly died. Okay, so, and what I'm saying is, I don't know if it's just, okay, a coincidence that she just took ill like that and, ended up in intensive care and everything like that, or if it's the fact that these people who are harassing me, if this person and people, if they were shooting her up at night when she is asleep. I don't know that. That's what I'm saying. I don't really know that. I'm just going on the assumption that it could be that something that they did, could have caused her to take ill like that and almost die. Okay, it was touch and go there for a minute. It was definitely touch and go, and she was fine. During the day, it wasn't anything wrong with her, and then all of a sudden, out of the clear blue, bam, she's in intensive care. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say, and I said it in my other video, and it's just like, I don't know what's wrong with the video. And then every time I tried to make that video, a call kept coming through, so I had to stop twice. I would have had to put two videos. So I said, I'm going to just, I just turned everything off, and I'm hoping that my phone doesn't ring, and, so I can finish this video. And then, furthermore, I'm going to put at the end of this video, I told you I had some chat transcripts. I'm sorry, this is my little magnet that I keep in my ear, if you can see that. I wrap it in plastic and I keep it in my ear. I mean, it's minimal. It doesn't do that much. But I told you I had chatted with this person who I believe is mounting this campaign against me. I had chatted with this person, and I think it was him, like, I don't know, like in 2002, when I looked for the transcripts, and I found them, because I used to save them, because I knew it was something going on that was out of the ordinary, because people get online and they chat and stuff like that, and I was a newbie. I didn't know anything about chatting and, anything about shoring up my computer, because I bought the computer for my daughter. She was in college at the time, and I really bought that computer for her, and I was just on there fiddling around. I was like, well, what is this? So I ended up in the chat room, and no sooner had I gotten in that chat room, I was bombarded with people saying mean and hateful things to me and about me to other people in there. Like, if it was more than one of them, like, they would just come in there. It'd be like just a bunch of them, and then they would say mean and hateful things to me and about me, like, amongst themselves. And I thought that was strange. I was like thinking, well, what in the world is going on? This is supposed to be something that supposedly is supposed to be fun, because when I looked it up, it said, okay, it's fun. You can chat with people from around the world and people in your area and stuff. So I was like, oh, that might be kind of fun, And so I did it. And, it's just like they knew me, because they were saying all sorts of things about my family. They seemed to know where I lived and everything like that. They were making all of these threats to me on there, saying that they had pointed 6 and 7 and 5 point stars tattooed on them, and that they were Crips, and they were this and they were that, and they were going to come and slit my throat because they knew where I was. That's like terroristic threats. So anyway, I went to the local police. I called them, and I told them that I think somebody had gotten in on my computer and compromised my computer, and I didn't know what was going on. So the cops came to the house, and they asked me questions, took my name and stuff like that, and then they told me, okay, well, shore up your computer, and if I have any more problems, to come back to them. And so then, I was still having the problems, and then I said, okay, well, I'm just going to erase my computer. I looked into the, you know, the handbook that came with it and figured out how to erase it, because I figured if I started over from new, anything that was on there would have been taken off. So no sooner had I erased it and got back on there, immediately I was inundated again. They were harassing me left and right. They were telling me things about myself that, you know, I'm like thinking, well, how would you know this about me? Who are you? Like, you know, I thought this was something that was like, okay, you were just on there chatting with somebody that you couldn't see and you didn't know. But they seemed to know everything about my family. They seemed to know everything about where I grew up and everything. And that puzzled me and that bothered me. So I got off and I called the FBI, because I said, all right, I already talked to the local police, so I'm going to call them and see what they say. So I called the FBI, that I guess it was the local one down when I was living down south, and when he answered the phone and I started explaining the problem, and I said somebody is on there and they've been like harassing me on my computer and stuff like that. So he just said, okay, well, wait a minute. And then he came back and, you know, I don't know what he did. And he was like, okay, I see you've erased your computer. So, okay, he knew what I did. Okay. So you got to be careful of what you do online. Okay. Because somebody can see you and they know what you're doing. So he was like, okay, I see you erased your computer. So I said, yeah. And then he was like, okay, well, people can get into your computer and they can use backdoor programs, and you have to, you know, put things on there and stuff, and, you know, and protect yourself on there. So I said, okay. And then that was it. I just hung up the phone. And now come to think of it, now I found the transcripts. I went and I was looking for something else on my computer, on one of my older computers. And it's not really that old. It's like, I don't know, maybe from 2008 or 2009. But I was looking, and then I ended up finding the transcripts that, you know, that I had taped. I mean, not taped, but I had copied off the transcripts, because when I seen that these people were on there and they were harassing me, and they were telling me things about myself and telling me things about my family, about my parents and stuff. And I'm like wondering, well, how would you know all of this stuff? How would you know that I was living down south? How would you know that I came from up north? Because on some of the chats I told them, but then on some I didn't. So you knew I know it was the same people. So I said, okay. So now I found the transcript. So I copied off some of the transcripts on there, and this person or people who were on there that were on, you know, on there and saying hateful and heinous things to me. And first they would try to act like they wanted to befriend me and they wanted to talk, and then, you know, how they would say age, sex, and location. That's how it was. And then you would just say where you was from or whatever. Sometimes I would say I was from Philly. Sometimes I'd say different places, because I didn't know who I was on there talking to. And then after I did that, then, you know, these people, they just came after me. And then they had, it was one person on there where he was like saying something to the effect of, do I know Osama? So this was after 9/11, and this person put some stuff on there saying if did I know him. So I was in my mode where, you know, I was ready to, like, you know, tell them off on there and come down on them when they came and said anything bad to me and hateful, because as soon as they would start to chat, they would just start talking and saying hateful things. So I was in, you know, I was like, you know, just ready for them, because I figured, okay, well, they don't know me and I don't know them, so I could just tell them to go shove off. So basically that's what I did. And then this person was like, that Osama Master DC or something like that. And I'm like thinking, okay, well, if y'all know what I'm doing on my computer and y'all come from agencies and shit, y'all didn't see that on there? Nobody didn't see on there that somebody made a terroristic threat to me, that they were going to come and slit my throat. They knew where I lived and all this kind of stuff, and they won't forget. And it's still the same thing. Even on here, on this on YouTube, I get even messages on there to saying, oh yeah, well, they know where I live, and I'm going to take a screenshot of that and put that on at the end of this video also. Let me just check my time, okay, and put that on this video too, because like I was telling you, I think it was this one, the person that I call Skinny, okay, I call him Skinny, okay. and they talk about him in here, and they say all kind of things about him, and it like goes back and forth. So you basically don't know what it is, like who is saying what, and who are these people? Why am I in the middle of their nonsense and all of the shit that they are doing or not doing? Why in the hell am I in the midst of all of their stuff? Because they say hateful things about this person. Okay, they even gave his name. They gave because he goes by like a fake behind name, and then they gave his real name and stuff. And like I said, since people think that people aren't really being targeted and stuff, and they don't have V2K, okay, if I make a video, and that will probably be the next video, and I give his name in that next video, then you can look it up and you can see what it is that I'm talking about, that this person really does exist. Okay, this person is on the net. Okay, and then when I went back, jumping back to the I'm trying to talk fast because I don't have a lot of space on here, but jumping back to when I found the transcripts and stuff, last night I sort of went through some of them. I didn't go through all of them. I went through some of them and took pictures of some of the stuff that this person was saying. And then this person was saying something about that he was 5'9" or 5'10" and 140 pounds. And he didn't like that he thought he was too skinny and this, that, and the other, and all this kind of crazy shit. And what else did he say about himself? That he was, people treat him differently than they treat other people because of money and all this kind of stuff. Because I told you, this person was saying that he was a billionaire with a B. He was saying he was a billionaire with a B on there. So my question is, who in the hell turned him on and showed him who the hell I was? Because I don't believe that that was coincidence that I got on the net and got into a chat room, and all of a sudden this person comes for me. And then this person, what they say in here and what they broadcast, not what they say, what they broadcast that he's bipolar. That's what they say. They say that he is bipolar. And I think he's more than just bipolar, because I was looking at some videos and they were talking about this condition that they call, what they call the condition, PD, some kind of personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, I was looking at, a couple of videos. Sometimes you pull up one or two videos and then they put other stuff on the side where they talk about different things, and then everybody has a theory, because when you are being stalked and harassed in this kind of way, you are definitely looking for answers. Okay, you're looking for answers, and you want answers, and you need answers, and you want to know why people are doing this to you. So I looked at some of those videos, and then they were saying that sometimes people who organize cause stalking and organized stalking, these are people that have narcissistic personality disorders. That's what they call it. NPD, that's what it's called. So you can look that up, narcissistic personality disorder. And they talk in here, not talk, but they broadcast in here that this person is bipolar. Okay, so you put those two things together and you have a madman. Because what they were saying is a lot of times people will think it's government and stuff, and government is involved, and I'm not saying they are or they are not, because I don't know who is involved from who is not involved. I don't know who was doing what from who was not doing what. But all I'm saying is sometimes it might be, it could be different scenarios for different people. I think in my case, I don't know about the next person who is causing their organized stalking and for what reason, but I think I've come to a conclusion by just being aware of what was happening to me, how it was being done, and then listening to some of the things that they say in here. When I feel like listening to their broadcast, and I will listen, and they say a lot of, hateful things about him, and, say, how crazy he is and stuff like that, and he's a pedophile, and he's known in Washington as a pedophile. So I'm like, okay, well, they know all of this, and they got this man walking around harassing people, and they said he comes from another country, that he's a diplomat, because he always broadcasts in here that he's a diplomat and he can't be touched. And I have seen programs on television and stuff where they talk about people who are diplomats. When they come to your country, if they're a diplomat, they can kill several people. They can kill hundreds of people. And they, according to law, they can't touch them. And it's the same thing. Like if an American diplomat went somewhere and he was cuckoo and he decided that he wanted to just kill people, according to international laws, that person cannot be touched. So this person has that on his side, okay? He has that on his side, that he can do whatever he wants to me and to maybe several other people and basically get away with it. But okay, but he's not going to get away with it with me because I know him, I know his name, they done said his name, and that's that. And then another thing I wanted to say is, in addition to my family member taking ill like that, and she is still in intensive care, and you know, she's on like all these different machines and different things, breathing for her and stuff like that, and she was fine, she was okay. You know, she's older and we have problems, but I'm thinking, and who's to say that if you already are a little older and you have problems, that with them shooting you up constantly night after night when you're in a deep sleep, that couldn't exacerbate whatever problems you have and make it worse, and then you could die or something, and then it would just look like, okay, you died from whatever illness that you had, okay, because they've been shooting me up left and right ever since she has been in the hospital. She's been in the hospital now since last week Saturday. She went in on, I think, the 11th or the 10th of April, and she's still in there. And I don't know when she's going to come out, okay? And, you know, who's to say that that they are not doing the same thing to her, you know, because if she's in a deep sleep, she's not going to know what is happening to her. You just wake up, because when I wake up sometimes in the morning, I'm like disoriented. I can't walk straight and stuff after they done shot me up all night with these electronic weapons, these, you know, directed energy weapons. And you can't tell people about it because most people just can't believe that people could be that sinister, okay? And then another thing I wanted to say is, since I made some of my last videos, not really, well, the ones, well, I did make two, but I forgot to talk about it, is my childhood home burnt down, and my daughter's house burnt down also, okay? So that's two houses in the space of a couple of weeks that were burnt down. So my childhood home that I lived in, that we still own, that burnt and is basically rendered useless, and the house that my daughter had, that also was burnt, and she's displaced out of her home, and basically you could call her homeless, even though she has somewhere to stay for right now temporarily. But both houses were burnt in the space of, I would say, 3 weeks. So that has to make me wonder, okay, what is going on. That has to make me wonder if these same people or this same person isn't organizing stuff and having people to burn houses and to try to kill my family members, because that's what they broadcast in here all the time, that they're going to kill all of my family members, and they're going to kill my daughter, and they're going to kill all of her kids, and it's going to look like that they just died from something else. This is what they broadcast into my home. This is what these people say into my home, okay? So you have to ask yourself the question. 2 houses burned, okay? My sister is in intensive care, okay? My family member is in intensive care. So it has to make you wonder, okay? It has to make you wonder. You know, these people are very evil and they're very sick. And this person, who I believe is the one that is mounting the whole thing up against me, this person is the same one that always says in here that he's a billionaire with a B. He always will boast and say he has money. And then when I looked at the transcripts, that same person that I was chatting with, be it him or somebody else, was saying that he evicts people like me. But check this out. Last night while I was trying to go to sleep, they was zapping me so bad, I was like, you know, I was in agony, like my whole body felt like it was on fire. And this person, whoever it was, and I think it's the same one that I say is comes from another country, and he claims in here, he broadcasts in here, that he is a diplomat. He was like that he wanted me to be evicted out of this apartment, so and that I don't have any money and I don't have anywhere to go. Okay, well, it kind of looks like that, okay, because my sister is the one, my family member is the one that is paying the brunt of the bills and the rent and stuff in here. I only pay a small portion, okay? And my daughter, she's displaced out of her home, so I couldn't go to her. Even if I wanted to go to my childhood home, I can't go there because that's burnt down. And this is what this person broadcast last night, that he wanted it so that I would be evicted out of here and I would have nowhere to go with no money, no savings, and no nothing. And look, this is basically almost what it is that is happening. So this person is very evil. Not only is he very evil, but he's very mentally demented, and he's sick and he's psychotic. And somebody need to stop him, and they need to do something about this, because I was thinking today, I'm watching my time. I'm sorry, I'm up to 20 minutes. But I was thinking back in the days when they used to harass my mother and stuff like that. She had all sorts of people to help her. She had like cops and things used to come to her aid. She knew just about every cop on the force. They were very familiar with my mother, because she used to have to call the cops all the time because people used to do such crazy things. They would shoot up at the house that we lived in, and I have photos of that. And if I can find photos of that, I will also put that at the end of this video, where they would shoot guns, and they used to shoot guns at my mother when she sat on. She had like our childhood home had like a little back porch on the second floor, and she used to have to call the cops because she would go out there and she was elderly, and they would shoot guns at her and stuff like that. And then they would hammer up and put up signs that the house was for sale, that that was our next door neighbors, because they was just like all ganging up against us. And my mother used to call cops all the time because she was being harassed, and us kids, we were being harassed. And my mother had a lot of friends that were cops, because they all knew her. They got to know her because she was always having to call them all the time. Okay, well, now I see in my case it's totally different. Okay, everybody seems to be against me. Okay, because my mother had people that she could go to, and they advised her, and they told her to go to court and do this and do that, and they was advising her on what to do. And I'm just the opposite. So I'm saying, okay, well, these people now that have come after me, it has to be somebody extremely evil, psychotic, and somebody bent on destroying my family. And like I said, my father was he was a Mason, and he got out of Masonry, okay, because they do disgusting stuff, okay? He got out of it. And I think that is one of the reasons why they have come after my family so relentlessly, and have come after all of us, and they used to bother us as kids and different things like that. But, my mother had a step up, because she had people that was on her side that were there to help her. Me, on the other hand, I don't have anybody, because I've called all kind of offices. I've called FBI, I've called local police. They all refuse to help me. So, it's like this thing it's like really big, okay? It's really big, and it's aimed directly 100% after me, and it's aimed to come after me and to come after my family that's here, my daughter and my grandkids and the family member that I live with, okay? And they're trying to take us away from here. They would like to see us all dead, and I don't know for what reason. Like, what did we do to them? We didn't do anything to them, but I said back in the days that when you were a Mason, that you would pledge your entire family. And I'm still watching my time. You would pledge your family, and I don't know, maybe my father pledged us because my mother wouldn't get into it, because her father told her that those types of people, they worship the devil and do not get involved with any of them, okay? So I know it has a Masonry background. I know it has something to do with the Masons in some way, shape, or form, and maybe that's the whole thing. And maybe these same people, these same Masons that had a beef with my dad, they probably are going after us, and they figure, okay, well, we can just get rid of them because they don't have nobody to help them. No police won't help them because they probably pay everybody off. No agency won't help any of them because they probably pay everybody off. Okay, because that's what they broadcast in here, that there's no help for me and there's no help for my family. and that we are all going to be dead, and they can kill all of us, and we won't be missed because nobody will help us, no agency will come to our aid, and this is how it goes. And this is what I said about the one that I said that says he's a diplomat. I think it's him. I think he's the one that's doing the brunt of the talking. Plus, the people I said I work with, their mom, it was 2 sons and a daughter, and then they were broadcasting in here because I had said in the other video I wasn't sure if the other brother was involved in it, and somebody in here broadcasted and said, yeah, that him and his wife were also involved into it. Okay, that's what somebody broadcast and said. So the 2 brothers, one of the brother's wife and the sister, it said that they were all involved in it. Okay, I'm watching my time, so I'm going to have to kind of stop it now before I get interference and somebody calls the phone and I get shut off and stuff like that. But just keep me and my family in your prayers, because these people are playing for keeps and they don't like my family. We haven't done anything to them. They had a beef with my dad, and I don't know what that beef is all about that they had with him, and it has to do with Masons. The Masons had a beef with my dad, and I think that's the reason why all of them are coming after me. And they know that this person that they have sicked on me and sicked on my family, they know that he is he has a narcissistic personality disorder, and he is bipolar, because that's what they say in here. This is what they broadcast in here. Okay, so they sicked him on me because they know he's got a lot of money and he can pay off everybody, okay? Because maybe back in the days when my mother had help and she had a lot of help from the police department and stuff like that, okay, maybe it wasn't nobody that had that kind of clout and that amount of money to go after police and all of those people, to pay them all off and to turn them all against me and stuff like that, okay? So she had help. I don't have any help, and like they broadcast in here, no use in me trying to get help, and that nobody will help me. No agency will come to my aid. No cop will help me. No, I can call anybody I want. This is what they broadcast. I can call FBI. I can call local police, because they control all of those people. This is what they broadcast into my home. Okay, I'm going to stop it now, and please don't forget to look at the pictures after this video, because I'm going to put up some of the chat transcripts with the same person that I think that has been harassing me, and I believe, well, I know, well, I don't really know, this is what they say in here, this is what they broadcasted, he's bipolar. Look up bipolar and see what that entails, and then look up narcissistic personality disorder. Look that up also, because I believe he also has those 2 different things, and that's why he has come after me. Okay, I want to say thank you for watching, and hi to all my subbies, new and old. God bless all of you. I love all of you. Come back and see me again, because I am going to make some more videos, and you know, say a prayer for my family member who was ill and, you know, still in the hospital and stuff like that. And, you know, everything is iffy right now. So, you know, it's like kind of, you know, basically touch and go, you know. I mean, she still is not out of the woods and stuff, and still basically could die after being okay with just regular medical problems that any person of her age would have, okay? Just regular medical problems that any person would have. And I think everything that I think they were shooting her went in her sleep and exacerbated, because some of the things that she was saying and talking about, like some of the symptoms she was having is some of the same things I'm having. Like when they shoot me, it feels like my whole body is vibrating, and my back feels very funny, and I feel like, you know, like my lungs feel like I'm going to catch a cold or something like that. Okay, so in closing, love you all. Come back and see me, and I will be back to make another video. Love you all. Bye.